Let's rewind the clock. Way back. Before the pyramids, before Moses, before the Greeks and the Romans ruled the world. In ancient Egypt, magic, science and religion weren't separate ideas. People saw the universe as alive and held together by balance. In this world, people believe in gods who control the stars, the seasons, even the secrets of life itself. When the Greeks took control of Egypt under Alexander the Great, they didn't wipe out the Egyptian religion. They absorbed it, renamed it, put themselves on top. They noticed that their god, Hermes, and the Egyptian god, Thoth, are quite similar. Both are gods of writing and communication, of judgment and boundaries, and both are thought to carry divine messaging. Except the Egyptians had a complex priestly system. It was built around divine speech, cosmic balance, and sacred mathematics and geometry. The Greeks collapsed this into, he's basically like Hermes. And then they claim ownership of a spiritual system that they neither created nor ever really fully understood. They didn't learn the Egyptian priesthood's full teachings. They couldn't even read the sacred language properly. But the Ptolemies present themselves anyway as the rightful heirs of Egyptian wisdom. They rebrand Egyptian gods in their own image and then claim continuity. Hermes Trismegistus is the branding of this whole assimilation process. It allowed the Greeks to say that they were preserving Egypt while actually flattening it. And they start to claim ancient wisdom as their own. They start to publish Egyptian ideas under Greek names. Hermes Trismegistus is not a real person, it's a composite, a legend, a symbol of the ultimate wisdom. And he was said to be a master of three great arts. Alchemy, which is turning base metals into gold, astrology, which is reading the stars, and theurgy, spiritual rituals. People believe that he wrote books packed with secret knowledge about the universe, about the soul, about how everything is connected. These writings, called the Hermetica, are like ancient self-help books mixed with esoteric philosophy and some parts of science and alchemy. The most famous of these is the Corpus Hermeticum, where Hermes explains how the world was created, how humans have both a body and a soul, and how we can find our way back to a higher divine state. There's also the Emerald Tablet, which gives us the phrase, as above, so below. If you've watched any of my previous videos about the Gnostics or the Copts, the early Christians in Egypt, none of what I'm about to share with you will feel new. But when this took hold in Renaissance Italy, it was earth-shattering. These are super interesting books and I'm going to get into it. But I just had to call out the colonization. Alexander the Great did nothing positive for anybody ever. And the Greeks had nothing to do with this ancient wisdom. It's all Egypt. With that disclaimer out of the way, according to Hermetic teachings, your soul is a divine spark which is trapped in the material world. You descended from higher realms into the material world, which is dense and corruptible and full of illusion. Our souls either choose or are sent. A lot of theological debate around that. I'd say agreed. Some souls choose to descend. Hermetic texts refer to them as the called, sent to bring light into the darkness, to remember who they are and help others do the same, and that they are chosen because they are strong enough to endure the illusion. In this reading, Earth is a kind of space mission, and your awakening is part of the plan. In other readings, the soul is sent, like assigned, which can feel less voluntary. The world is in chaos, and higher powers are dispatching glimmers of light to go down and rebalance that shit. Needed now more than ever. But accepting or going on this mission comes with a risk. Amnesia. A lot of the souls forget their origin and so fail their mission. They become entangled with this lower matter and they may never remember. That traps them here. The perspective that your soul agrees resonates with me and resonates with a lot of Gnostic and Sufi mystics. Not force, you're not a pawn. This is the sacred agreement. Light cannot know itself without darkness. You are here to grow through that contrast. You are here to help others learn, especially those who are deeply lost in the illusion. And you are here to experience the full spectrum of being alive. The soul longs to taste all things, even bitter. It goes to the furthest edges to bring the whole back into harmony, so that we can all know the fullness of the one. These books are deep and insightful and important, but they were not written by the Greeks.